Okay, today we are going to take this variable air gap capacitor out, realign it so that the plates are centered and not touching. We're going to remove this piece, replace it with some solid metal, get rid of this stupid neon bulb, which is stupid, and if we have enough time, pull out tubes, test them, put them back in, bring it up on the variac, see what happens. Passes the variac test, then we're going to try to see if this puppy makes power. So we'll be back after these brief messages. Okay, back on the Dominator project. Started out we were just going to replace that right there, or fix it. But we fixed it. But one next to it, this one here, it was bad. I couldn't fix it. So I replaced it. Matter of fact, if you'll notice, this doesn't look anything like it did. I ended up rebuilding the whole Pi network on the final stage. So we brought her up on the variac, and it powered up to full power, and we hooked up the radio and loaded up. Got it to make power, but about 550 watts PEP. It's arcing a little inside there, so won't have a dust bunny or a pin out of alignment. So we'll have to go through that and find out where it's arcing, get it to make full power. But yep, there it is, the Dominator homebrew linear. So they use like the top of a shielding for an IF stage and some radio for a heat/RF shield there. We're going to leave it. It's not hurting anything. Anyway, once we get that, find out where it's shorting out at 550, fix that, see if we can get her to make full power. Stay tuned. We're off the key. So we're back with the Dominator. So I got the Pi network for the finals all rebuilt, and it was making about 550 watts, lethargic 550 watts of power. So it's acting like the driver section. So there was a local tech who did some work on this, and after they got it back, one tube was getting hotter than hell and it didn't work right. So now we're down to the original issue. What I found is that and that does not belong. There's 3 holes right there. Their spacing would indicate probably a variable resistor went there. And then he replaced it with these 2 variable resistors. One tube, this is for the biasing, for the grid. One tube is over biased, one tube is under biased, so we're only actually getting power output from one tube. That's why it's only putting out half the voltage. There's no schematics on this at all. So I'm going to take this stuff out. I'm going to take a guess. That's supposed to be a variable resistor. Well, not really a guess. I mean, it pretty much has to be based on the circuitry. So put that in, get the bias voltage on the grid set correctly, and then this thing should rock on for years. So that's where we're at now. Catch me later. I gotta run.